down here at Converse Forestry Station, U.S. Forestry Station. Just dropped them off some cider from Julian and some tamales from Chili's in Redlands. The banana leaf wrap tamales. They're there by Uncle Howie's, and I had some sweet ones, strawberry and pineapple ones from the Oaks restaurant in Angeles Oaks. There's three guys. They're manned up. I forgot to ask him why they were manned up. Usually it's just fire season, but he said there was three of them in there. And I said, "You think you guys can use some tamales?" He says, "I go, oh hell yeah!" I go tearing them right now. But they do smell good, those, especially the banana leaf. He'd never seen those banana leaf wrap ones, El Salvador style. They say El Salvador makes them like that in Guatemala, but they are dang good. We'll go back down. We're down near Seven Oaks. We can go down Seven Oaks real fast. Take a look. I haven't seen any deer. I'm looking for the deer, and I forgot to ask him. And the flood guy I saw this morning over there off Bryant Street in Oak Glen or Yucaipa, he said a doe got hit yesterday morning up by Oak Glen. A young girl hit it. Said it jumped out in front of her, and they can do that. Probably if she was driving fast like me when I was a kid, she'd probably driving a little too fast, but you never know. They'll jump right out. My friend was driving, he slowed down and the deer jumped right into his door. It's kind of weird. I guess they'll freak out at the last second. They realize you're right on them. And usually you hit them in the front. I think that's the only deer I've seen that actually hit the side of the vehicle. Yeah, we had tore up his door pretty bad. She broke a leg, I think it was. We pulled over or he called us. He didn't have a pistol on him to put her out of her misery. She was laying in the ditch screaming. And we called the warden and told them. People were stopping. They thought we were poaching. We said, no, she got hit. We're going to put her down. They said to wait for the warden. I was like, I can't wait. I can't listen to that. And it's the right thing to do. Put them out of their misery as fast as you can. And I was watching a show where the guy took a bat or something. I was like, oh no, don't do that. Or no, he takes a bat, but then his wife, what was the name of that show? His wife has the pistol. She walks over and, she's like, I guess he couldn't do it. He's splitting it right there. Got the big old axe. They say firewood warms you up three ways. It warms you up when you cut it, it warms you up when you split it and carry it in, and warms you up in the fireplace. That's the way to do it. In fact, I need to see about, because I see enough oak up here that I could go after the oak. Not much eucalyptus. I don't like the pine. The pine's just, and it seems like termites. I got some pine from a firefighter buddy, and it had a lot of termites in it. Of course, termites can be in anything, oak or. You don't want to bring those home. Here's the old lodge. Now they call it. I wonder if they're renting out at Seven Oaks Village. That's not really the campground I was talking about earlier. That's the old lodge that had the big clubhouse where the Dorner shootout was right there, where they killed Dorner, and that deputy was killed right there. Deputy McKay. He was a detective. The Seven Oaks campground is down here, but I think they may be renting back there. There's some Forest Lease cabins down here. Yeah, the creek's flowing pretty good right there. No deer. The deer should be moving. It's gonna be dark in an hour. I think the deer would be up moving. I've seen them cross right here. The deer coming out across the creek. The Santa Ana River is right there on the left. I'll show you the campground down there. When we get down there, you'll see the... was a place to pull off right there, but they put rocks in there. The homeless started coming down and started camping here, squatting. So they bouldered off a lot of these roads that went down to the creek. Yeah, it's a shame that... But the homeless were leaving their poop water, their poop buckets, and they just leave trash and biohazard. It's really a mess. You really don't want them moving in next to you with their RVs or the a lot of them are camping right out of their cars. It looks, yeah, here's the resort. The campground's on the left, picnic area campground. Here's the resort. I'm just gonna. There's the cafe right there. They have a nice patio. But there's probably not a lot of people up there. I like winter camping, but a lot of people, it's too cold. Yeah, they're closed. Got great burgers. If you like cheeseburgers, boy, there's people drive for hours to come over here to have a cheeseburger. Good onion rings. See, here's the picnic area campground right here in front, and the river's right there, right in front. Is that a deer? No, that's a rock. Look at the color of a deer and big old body, but it was not a deer. Go back up and hopefully that's right, it's New Year's Eve. Here's where that little road, one of the roads that goes down. See, they bouldered it up. It's a nice little place. You can go stick your feet in the creek, see if the Oaks restaurant is open. Have some but they had some fish tacos the other night. The guy next to me had them. I had chili, but the fish tacos were, they looked awful dang good. And I just found some great... The problem up here was when you're on ice, is slipping, busting your head, busting your tailbone. I was using React tracks, so it's kind of like springy things that you put on your boots or your shoes. But they come off real easy. When you're walking, you'll kick them off. Tom, one of the firefighters up here, was showing me, they call them stabilizers, like stable, S-C-A-B-I-L, icers. They're more of a strap-on with like screw heads. They remind me of hobnail boots. It's about $65 a pair, where Yak Shacks are $20 a pair. But these, he said they don't come off. They got a better attachment system. So I'm gonna order me some stabilizers. You get on ice, you really got to be careful. The only bad thing about them is you can't walk on any tile or wood floors, so you got to be real careful. I went into a restaurant in Big Bear, forgot I had my Yak Shacks on, and I skated across the lobby of that Mexican restaurant. Everybody's looking at me like, what the hell? And I was like on ice skates, and then I realized you got to take little bitty steps when you have them on tile. If you step forward, you're going over, or you're going sliding. It's beautiful up here. There's a turn there. We went to Converse. That's called Seven Oaks Road. This is called Glass Road. We came down Highway 38. Going out that way, if you go that way, it'll take you to 38. It's not a paved road. About a quarter mile in, it goes to dirt. There's some Boy Scout camps back in there, but it gets pretty nasty. It may be pretty good at driving now. This ain't really a deep snow, but when it's a deep snow, it gets kind of tough back in there. I'm looking here to see if I see any deer or bears. And this road here, they've had it locked. There's a road that goes back, one in 86, but they've got the gate locked. Like some people have gone up to the gate. Looks like maybe they're going around the gate. Now they got boulders piled up. You can't get around that one. I wonder why they shut that off. It might be a seasonal closing, because they closed that though back in October. Usually they'll leave them open for deer season and then they close them like in mid-November. That was closed like late September. I need to ask the forestry guy I know. And make sure I know the forestry road number first. Nobody down here. It's kind of cool. Nobody's out. New Year's Eve though, I'm gonna probably ring in the new year at home. Unless the roads aren't that bad, so there's a plow truck or somebody's plow. That's not county, or is it? He's probably a local guy. We had a big old tree in the back, big old log. He's gonna be going cutting some firewood, I bet. There's that bridge. I want to see if I see any tracks coming out of that creek there. No, nothing. Deer were out yesterday feeding, and I'm trying to remember what time those pictures. It was during the daytime, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or no, wait, they were in the evening. It was like 5, 6 o'clock. I should be able to spot them pretty good with this snow. Nothing. I'm seeing squirrels. One squirrel, I got critter cams I set out in the woods, mountains. They sent pictures to my cell phone. They're a cell phone critter camera. This one squirrel, he must live right in front of my camera because he's always on there. It gets expensive if you. I think I get 100 pictures a month free, or 200. But some of the better places where I put them, I have to buy like $5 or $10 a month deal. Oh, it's starting to get a little. Clouds are rolling in. But this one squirrel, he must burn up half the pictures, probably 3/4 of them. It's kind of cool to see him. He's been out every day. I guess getting nuts, getting food. That creek's still dry there. The bighorn ram, the bighorn sheep, that's their bighorns. They've been spotted on Valley of the Falls Drive, the road that cuts off 38 and goes into Forest Falls. But I stopped there and looked today. I didn't find them for like 2 weeks now. They've been spotted there down by the cinder pile. As you make the turn to go to Forest Falls, the cinder pile's on the left and a little turnout. Look around there and look up about halfway up the mountain. From there, almost into town. They'll be on that slope. One day, me and Dave were there, my friend David, and they came right down to the road, literally 10 feet from us. Nothing. This is probably really bad when it ices up. See the cinder? They got a lot of cinder right here. On the road, you'd have to get out of here if it's snowy. I'm kind of going to roll that stop sign because it's a blind corner. I usually don't roll stop sign, but that one you don't want to be sitting there when these guys come flying around the corner. We're back on 38. We're headed toward Angeles Oaks. Here's that Camp Tockwitz. I've been wanting to talk to the ranger. I don't think they're there. But they put up a memorial plaque for Charlie Morton, the hotshot that was killed during the fire up here last year. They dedicated, they call it Charlie's Meadow now, the meadow down here to the right. They named the meadow after him, and they put up a little plaque and monument. They were saying I could talk to him and get permission to go in there and take some pictures. I missed the day that they dedicated. Charlie was killed right around the corner here. The fire just overran his hotshot team, and they basically saved the Boy Scout camp. Fire came off the mountain up here. They kept it on the left side. It started spotting across the road, but they kept it on the left side, and they put out the spot fires. If it had got on the right side, it could have gone up to Big Bear. But I'll show you around the corner here. It's up here by Stetson Creek. That was a bad day. Charlie got killed in bad day, and that was terrible. Right here was where they were staging. I was parked here with that guy from the Orange County Times, Orange County Register, Will. Can't think of his last name. We were taking pictures right here. The fire was on a big slope here on the upper left of the camera, and we were taking pictures here. And the fire was spotting to the right, down across Highway 38. And Charlie brought his smoke hotshot team in to try and keep it on this so it wouldn't jump the Highway 38. I gotta wait, there's a big line. Holy mackerel. That might not have been a good move to get out of the line, because there's a steady line coming down. Wow, everybody coming out of, a lot of skiers probably coming out of Big Bear. Right around here is where the creek is. Stetson Creek is a U-Pick ranch to the right. They didn't have U-Pick this year because the freeze last spring killed all the blossoms, all the blooms. So they didn't. First year they had the fire, they were evacuated from the fire 2 years ago. Yeah, it'd be 2 years ago. This picket season, they didn't have any apples. So they've taken a double hit. Stetson Creek, it's a beautiful little orchard from the 1800s. It's down here on the right. Right here's the creek where Charlie was killed up this little Stetson Creek right here on the left. It was up on the left where they oh man, that's a hell of a pothole right there. Wow, I didn't see it though. It was kind of camera hidden. Up here's been pretty good for no potholes. We've got a pothole report on the Redlands Bus Group. It's pinned to the top. The bad one right now is Sand Canyon Road. It's got a bad pothole, and also the 210 westbound, west of the San Bernardino Avenue, in like North Redlands there, number 2 lane. They say that's a monster. I haven't seen it yet. In fact, I meant to go over there and take a picture of it. Hopefully Couch has got that fixed, because there was people pulled off in Lowe's parking lot, like 5 or 6 at a time with flat tires. People were popping 2 tires, bending rims. One lady had custom rims. She said she ruined 2 rims. You know, for my truck it'd be about $600-700 for a rim and a tire. Well, that'd be tires alone. I got not big tires, but they were like one size bigger than stock. But they're all terrains. They're $240 each. Oh, that'd be $500. By the time you get it mounted, balanced, probably $600 for one. Oh, that'd be for 2. So it looks good up here too. The only problem is it's going to be jammed up tomorrow. If you come up, if you're going to Big Bear, or you want a snowflake, come up early. Like 7 o'clock early. Because I remember last couple of years, at 8, 9 o'clock, there's already a wait. The line will go clear down into Mentone. Somebody said the line a week ago was clear to Dearborn and Redlands. I mean, that's insane. That was like a 2.5, 3 hour wait. That's what what's her name was saying, was that she had a 3 hour wait the other day.